In a land carved by time and dust, life fought for every breath. This was East Africa, 2.4 million years ago. Herds thundered across the plains, vultures circled the skies, and the smell of death drifted in the wind. Among the scavengers walked a new kind of creature, Homo habilis, small but curious. They watched the predators feed and waited for their chance, trembling between fear and need. Hunger became their teacher, and the first spark of purpose began to burn. The sun scorched the cracked riverbeds where bones whitened under the sky. Thorn trees clawed at the wind, and dust storms rolled across endless yellow grass. Giant cats prowled the horizon, muscle and silence in perfect design. Hyenas laughed in the distance, feasting on what the lions left behind. Crocodiles slept in shallow pools, their jaws half open like waiting traps. Amid this chaos, the hominins moved cautiously, tools of stone clutched tight. They learned the rhythm of predators, when to hide, when to steal. Each carcass became a classroom in survival. Flint against bone, their hands discovered edges sharper than claws. The savannah became both enemy and instructor. They stood half straight, faces marked by dust and sun, eyes burning with calculation. Their minds worked faster than instinct, shaping stones into weapons. Each strike on rock was a conversation between thought and hunger. The flakes they chipped cut through hide, sinew, and time itself. For the first time, survival was crafted, not just chanced. Mothers guarded fires of gathered twigs, though they could not yet control them. Children mimicked the motions, learning the rhythm of stone on stone. The hands that once grasped fruit now tore into flesh. Bones of antelope, zebra, and even small elephants bore the language of sharp tools. The hunters had not yet conquered fear, but they had learned to endure it. Every cut was a step toward mastery of death, and thus of life. Stone became their story, bone, their first scripture. The first hunts began not with courage, but with desperation. A dying gazelle limped near the water, and they followed, silent as shadows. The leader raised a sharp-edged flake, trembling but resolute. The strike was clumsy, the moment uncertain, yet it changed everything. Blood met dust, and the savannah went quiet. For the first time, they had taken life and owned it. The group gathered around the kill, eyes wide, hearts pounding. That night, they ate together, and something ancient within them awoke. They began to track hoofprints through the mud, reading stories written in the earth. The smell of rain meant fresh water, and prey drawn to drink. They learned to drive animals toward ravines, using fear as their tool. Bones cracked beneath their stones, marrow glistening like oil under the sun. Fire from lightning strikes offered warmth and warning. Smoke and sparks became the companions of their feasts. They shared food, protected the young, and mourned their dead. Around each carcass, cooperation took root. No longer scavengers, but hunters with purpose. In the reflection of still water, they saw themselves, and something like pride. But the world gave no mercy. Storms ripped through the plains without warning. Lightning split the sky, setting dry grass ablaze. They huddled in caves as predators stalked the smoke-lit horizon. Hunger returned when the rains failed, and fear followed close behind. The meat fed their bodies, but the hunt fed their minds. Muscles grew stronger, but so did memory. They remembered where animals drank, where danger slept. The first maps of the world were drawn not in pigment, but in instinct and blood. In the quiet before dawn, they stood over the ashes of the night's fire. Smoke curled toward a pale sky, a promise of what they would become. From stone and bone, hunger had forged the first hunters. Subscribe to continue the long dawn.